movement, speed, evasion. Those are the boots we are looking for today, and we are gonna see how much they're going for, right? So normal rarity with 2 sockets, that makes it an exceptional, and we want it anywhere from level 78 higher. It shows us boots at normal rarity, however, we need to go in depth. So evasion 1, and then we can block the armor. Energy shield also gets blocked, and it pushes us to the evasion category. Item quality 0. Perfect. Now we have your base item, exceptional Drake skin boots, right? So they go up to 259. Bring the boots over into your currency stash tab. If you have it, if you don't, bang, son. Evasion rating. We're looking for movement speed, right? So we're just gonna keep moving that. There is an essence here that gives you movement speed, right? So it's one of these Essence of Hysteria boots. Increased movement speed. So that is guaranteeing 30% movement speed, which is really good. So we're just gonna grab a stack, bring it over, take the boots over, back. But this only works on a rare item, so we can't use it just yet. However, what this means is that because we can force the movement speed, we don't have to really pay much attention to the evasion on top. So the modifier being the prefix. Now, that being said, we are going to also use another essence, and this other essence is the essence of horror, which states that the boots will gain 60% of the increased effect of socketed items. Definitely want some chaos resistance. So if you got a resistance you like, add the chaos res. Your suffix is already guaranteed. So now, because we did have that tier 1 evasion rating, we are going to add another prefix. Activate the Ominous and Destroy Exaltation to only add a prefix when you use an Exalted Orb. So let's go over to the currency, grab that Exalted Orb, and bang, son, it grabbed max mana. Now, I'm okay with max mana, but it doesn't matter much because we are going to sacrifice one of these two in order to grab that 60% effect of socketed items. Damn it. Let's remove one of the prefixes using the ritual Omen of Sinister Crystallization. Bring that crystallization over, activate it. Now, once the Omen of Sinister Crystallization has been activated, it will tell your corrupted essence to only remove a prefix. That being one of the 2 up here, right? It's a 50-50 to see what is going to be sacrificed. Holy shit, it's like I have to activate in order to me. You know what I'm saying? Now that I've gathered my thoughts, we are going to add that 60% effect of socketed items. With the Omen activated, bring that single essence over, slam it. Alright, I got rid of the mana, we hit that 50-50 gamble. Now it has evasion, we can hit it with, I didn't even check the item level. If we were to force item level 82, we could have made these into 35. Whatever, it is what it is. We're just gonna add increased evasion. It's a tier 3. Now here with the tier 3, we have an option to remove it, but not with the essence, not yet. We are going to use the essence of Abyss and activate the Sinister Omen of Crystallization to remove yet another prefix. Grab that and just keep slamming it until it removes. Remove the tier 1 that we wanted to remain, and that's fine. So now we just slam that. We activate an Omen of Echoes, go over to the Well of Souls, show the boots over to Hibanashi. Hibanashi will take a quick little whiff, bring the boots back to your inventory, open the Well of Souls, bring the boots into the Well of Souls, reveal. We got a hybrid, all of these are pretty dookie, so we must re-roll. We got the tier 1 evasion. Now we tell Hibanashi to go get our fucking boots. Hibanashi says he will return. Hibanashi, go, Hibanashi, go. Now he will bring back the pair of boots, and we shall snatch that over to our inventory. Now, it is a tier 1. What a beautiful tier 1. And here is where it just gets a little dicey, because we are trying to remove that tier 3 attitude. And we must do it with the Omen of Sinister Crystallization activated. It tells your essence that it will remove a prefix. We grab the one that will give us 30% movement speed. It removed the tier 1 desecration, which is fine because, you know, we can keep slamming it. Wait, none do. Cannot apply what? Cannot apply. You just... don't fight me on it. Jesus. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, imagine if I'm a new player, I just give up and I don't even know that I could do that. Right? So you desecrate it yet again. Slam it. And then we do the whole thing in our head. Reveal. We got evasion again. I like that. And slam it. And this time we removed that tier 3. So now we have 30% movement speed evasion. And, well, here's hoping that we grab another evasion modifier, this being the single percentage modifier, and we'll see if we get lucky. Slammage. And we did. We hit a tier 2 evasion percent. Now that is beautiful. Bring those boots back, hit it with a couple of divines. And honestly, what am I even looking for? Anything where it says increased evasion? We're just trying to roll in the upper half on almost everything, right? That's why I'm gonna re-roll it. There we go. And now we got something better. But the chaos rest is low, so we want more than 666, and we're gonna grab that right there. We're not gonna let that 6-6 win. Oh God, I rolled past that one. We're not gonna let, oh my goodness. This one's better. The other one was perfectly well rolled, and then I mean, it was perfectly rolled, is what it was. But this'll do. I'm pretty sure I saw a pretty solid number of there. I have no idea. Anyways, we are sitting at a solid 808 at the Runes of Justice. Our boots did go over 1,000 evasion with that 20% quality. Now this is where you start to question yourself if these are personal boots. Would you want that third socket, which is very lucrative because you have that 60% effect of socketed items? Or if these are personal boots, what you would want to do is, and if it breaks, if this breaks, I'm gonna be pissed. It is sitting at the maximum 20% quality, but we can even push it further without risking the item breaking, right? So if you were content with the boots just being as they are, you would want to hit it with the Val Infusers. What this does is that it pushes the max quality above 20%, so you can take it all the way to 30. For instance, if I were to do that, it pushes it up to 21 at that risk of corrupting the item. I like this because you are making the item better without really having to risk the item. However, if you want that third socket, you want to bring it over to your inventory, put it right in the center, and then I do believe that these boots are ready for the Temple of Corruption. Activate every single omen of corruption in your inventory. And this is absolutely worth doing because it grabs a 15% additional hypothetical buff to your luck. Bring the boots over to Hibanashi, let them know that they're ready to get controlled by the Val Orb in order to predict what's happening next. What is the verdict, Hibanashi? Yeah, my third socket is mostly guaranteed. Just quick little recheck here. Yeah, everything seems in order. And yeah, third socket. There you go, Moisten. There you go. So with that being said, it's time to begin the chant of Doom Destruction. Well, Hibanashi, you were right yet again.
I told you, you know, guaranteed. On the spot, motherfucker.
We'll come over to Ange, currency exchange. We'll go to Divines, into Runes, and what we're looking for is movement speed. Rolls Rune of the Chase. 1 divine will give us 6. I've done this multiple times. Bam. We got 38% movement speed on 1,050 evasion rating. Lightning resistance, chaos resistance, 60% increased effect of socketed items at the cost of very minimal RNG. These Eagle Slipper Drakeskin boots are valued at 0 divines. Subscribe for another episode of Crafting Fall Z's. Nuts in your chin.